Welcome to Cobalt Tutorials. If you watched our previous video on creating meetings, you'll know the basics of configuring your meeting record. In this video, we'll discuss how to create meeting registration fees so that contacts can register or be registered as attendees for meetings. To create a meeting registration fee, we'll normally begin within the meeting that we're configuring. This isn't the only method, but it is the most common and the most logical. Scroll down to the Meeting Registration Fee subgrid and click the plus icon in the upper right-hand corner. This will open a new window with a blank meeting registration fee. Add values for the name and registration type fields. If you didn't create this record from within the meeting record, you'll also have to add a lookup value for meeting. When you add the value for registration type, you'll notice 4 options: attendee, guest, spouse, and child. In this video, we will focus on attendee as this is the most common, and we will address the other companion fee options in another video. Attendees are contacts in your system that can be associated with meeting registration records. I'll name this registration fee Basic Attendance, and I'll choose attendee for the type. Click Save. Once saved, you should add values for the begin and end date fields. They may, but do not have to be, the same as the registration begin and end dates on the meeting. They must, however, fall within those dates. For example, you may have an early registration fee that starts when the meeting registration begins, but ends before the full registration period ends on the meeting record. We'll set these dates to 1/1/2019 and 2/28/2019. If you want to gather more information about the attendee as part of the registration process, such as dietary restrictions or emergency contact information, then you can associate a custom form to the fee. Anyone using this fee will have to answer your questions as part of the registration process. If this attendee registration has a cost associated with it, you can associate the product that is being charged in the registration fee field. If no product is associated, then the fee will display as free, and a $0 order will be fulfilled when registering. Next, set Publish to Portal as Yes. This will allow contacts who are eligible for this fee to choose it on the portal. If the fee should only be used by staff on the back end, you can leave this as No. If you have multiple fees and you want to specify the order in which they display to customers, then you can set priority using the Sort Order field. If you do not care about the displayed order of the fees, you can leave this field blank. Save the record. If this fee is open to all contacts, then you can skip the query steps, since by default the query is open to all. If you wish to limit this fee to certain contacts through a query, then under More Commands, click View Query. Here, you can configure the criteria that limits who is eligible to register for this meeting under this registration fee. Note that if you allow group registration, the criteria of the person registering will be honored for all attendees he or she adds, even if those contacts may not necessarily meet the same criteria. This is something to consider when setting up your fees and meeting records. For our test purposes, I'll set the query to search for contacts whose full name contains Nusha, because I know that I have a few contacts with that name. You can set yours to any criteria that you like. Click Results to confirm that you are pulling the results you expect. Click Advanced Find and Save. Exit the query. Now you've created a fully functioning attendee meeting registration fee. You can add as many as you need to fit the meeting registration requirements. Thank you for joining us for Cobalt Tutorials.